welcome to this tutorial. In this tutorial we are going to proceed with what we started in the previous tutorial, and we are going to look at the properties of an array. If you have not looked at what we evaluated in the previous tutorial, I will leave the links to the previous tutorial in the description below, as well as in the comment section below, so that if you need to refer to what we looked at, you can do so. So, as I indicated, we first, before looking at the methods that we can apply to an array, I want us to start by looking at some of the properties of an array. And as I indicated in the previous tutorial, this is how we define an array. And we define an array using the keyword const or let based on what you want to achieve. In our case, we don't intend to reassign this array later on in our development process, and so we have used the keyword const. But if you want to reassign the array at a later stage, then you should use the keyword let. So, because this is going to be a simple tutorial, let's proceed with the keyword const, because there will be no much about it. And I have gone ahead to console log the array so that we can have a look at what it contains. As we indicated and as we demonstrated in the previous tutorial, this is an empty array. And it contains nothing, so its length is 0. So because it simply contains nothing in it. And if I can recap on what an array is simply a list of values. The values in this case can be mixed, meaning that they can vary from one data type to the other. So in this case, we can have numbers. We can as well have strings, maybe like names, maybe like a job. We can as well have fruits within the array. We can have apples. We can as well, within this array, contain another array. So we can as well create another array consisting of different types of elements. And this one can as well include different data types. Maybe in this case we can have a yes. We can as well include a boolean, false. And as we can also include an object within this array. So an object, so name James, or maybe we can use board in this case. We can as well have an age of maybe 23 years. Bob is 23 years. These are all the elements or the values that you can include within this array, because an array in JavaScript can include different types of values within it, unlike in other programming languages that maybe can contain a single data type. An array in JavaScript, as I have indicated, maybe now we can save the changes, can hold all these different types of values within it. And as you can see, we now have the different elements within the array, and we can now access them. Let's now look at how we can access the different values within the array, or the different elements within the array. So this is how you can access an individual element within an array. And before I demonstrate how we can access it, it would be a good idea if we are to look at the properties like we did in a previous tutorial, and indicate that an array is zero indexed data type. That is to mean that the first element within an array has an index of 0. This is what we have here. This is what we have console logged here. Then the next value has an index of 1. Then we proceed to the next one. It has an index of 2s, because with 0, 1, 2, 3. Then this is going to be the fourth element in our case. So as you can see, the array within the array is our fourth element within this array. And now we have the last one as the object that we have. This is the object that we have. One thing to note about this array is that its index has gone up to 5, but its length, as you can see here, is 6. This is the length of our array in this case. So these are important aspects to note about arrays, because you will be using them maybe at a later stage, or maybe you will need them to know about them and to know how the arrays behave within JavaScript. Now that we understand how arrays behave and some of their properties, then it would be a good idea then to know how to access the elements within an array. And basically, all that you do, you include the name of the array. This is the name of our array. In this case, we have called it an array. And now to access an individual element within an array, we use the index. We use the index. For example, if we want to access 1, in this case, which is our first element with an index of 0, then we would console log as an array as 0. And now we have been able to access this value. If we want to access the second one, then we would have the index 1 and save the changes. Now we can access 3. If we have a index 4, then and save the changes, then we have now accessed the array within our array. So, and the last one is 5. So we can save the changes, and now we can access the object. This is the object that now we can access. This is how you access the values within an array. So please remember to like the video and subscribe to the channel, because I want us to proceed with the properties and to proceed with the different methods that we can apply to an array. Thank you for watching.